All right, and we're live. Deadman's Tome Podcast, your host, Mr. Deadman, co-host Becky. How's it going, Becky?
Hi. Fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right,
Awesome. I'm glad.
We have here, John Prebis?
Jeff. Jeff, not John.
Jeff.
And you slaughtered the last name again.
What was it?
Prebis.
Prebis? Oh, no. His name is Johnny. Johnny Prebis. Are you sure?
Jeff.
Oh, Jeff Prebis.
Jeff.
Son of a gun, man. All right, Jeff Prebis, how's it going? You doing all right over there?
Not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. You sound like you're pretty hungover, man. I don't know. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
Okay.
All right, let me tell you something. As someone who drinks a lot for a profession. That's what I say anyway. Yeah, hair of the dog it, man. Just drink some beer. Kind of get through it. Get through the moment.
Yeah.
You're definitely a trooper, though, man. Fuck, I never had a guest this dedicated before. Okay. A few things.
So what's going on in the world?
Yeah, a few things we need to announce real fast. I think I need to clear the air about this. So yeah, there wasn't a show on Wednesday. What happened with that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. What can I say? What can I say? Well,
were you in jail again?
No, not this time. Not this time. I mean, that's the cover that's out there, but you see, I was out there. Instead of doing a show on Wednesday, I was out and about making sure that certain people were where they're supposed to be. You see,
Uh-oh.
what can I say, man? I can't believe I'm going to dox myself like this.
Did you have escapees?
Something like that. You see? Okay, I just put it out there. Look, I work for the globalists. I'm an agent for the globalists, okay? I go out and looking for kids, teenagers, and all that, and I bring them to their secret lair so that they have sustenance to feed off of, to get power. And that's what I had to do. Look, I'm an inside agent there. I'm trying to play a double agent. Hopefully they're not tapping to the stream, okay? But I can tell you things like hashtag Pizzagate, hashtag Donutgate, those sorts of things. Very true, very true. Alex Jones said it best when he described someone like me being pretty much a government-sanctioned kidnapper. That's what I do. I go out and about taking up kids, taking up teenagers, and haul them off to warehouses to where these psychic vampires, these evil globalists, they go in there and they start feeding off them.
Oh.
That was my Wednesday.
So that's... Uh-huh. I see.
Yeah, that was my Wednesday. So what about for you, Jeff? What was your
I'm
Wednesday
glad
like?
it's Friday.
Yeah, same
Wednesday?
here. Oh, what was your Wednesday like? What was your Wednesday like, Jeff?
Yeah, I was just working. I'm working on a new short story for an anthology. One of my publishers, he's putting out a book for me next year. We started the first edits on it, and then he asked if I wanted to join the anthology, and so I started that story. So I'm basically like about 1,500 pages. 1,500 words deep into it right now. It's a little different from what I usually do, because I usually don't write science fiction. But he invited me, so, and I thought he likes my style, so he thought I'd be good for it.
Yeah.
It's good to try different genres.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be flexible.
I usually don't deal with that sort of thing.
All right.
Wow.
Can you tell us what publisher it is, or?
Yeah, Burning Willow.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. That's very exciting. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's see. What about you, Becky? What was your Wednesday like? Were you off looking around for victims for the evil globalists?
No, I was reading and editing a story for a friend, and I made a couple of covers, and Tried to stay out of trouble.
Kind of basic. Okay.
I said tried.
Tried.
I didn't say I was not in trouble.
I don't know what kind of trouble you got into. Let me ask you this. You laugh. I'm pretty sure you got in trouble, but let me ask you this. Did you know? Wait. You might not know. You might not want me as a host anymore. You might not want to be on this show. Jeff, you might not want to be on this show anymore. Because
What did you do?
I'm an ableist. I, Mr. Deadman, am a complete scumbag ableist. Do you know how this happened?
No.
Well, let me ask you. What do you think happened here? Did I throw a paraplegic out from a wheelchair? Do you think that happened?
Oh, Lord. Did
I pull over and tease a bunch of kids on the short bus with hateful names like a massive asshole? Did I pretend is this something I would do?
No.
What it was?
Maybe.
It was all something...
But what did you do?
I kid you not. It's something so simple, so innocent. Something as benign as the word psycho. The word psycho.
Did you start World War III again?
I think I did. On Twitter. I think I did.
What am I going to do with you?
I called for submissions for Psycho Holiday. And then someone responds with a friendly reminder. It literally said, friendly reminder, that Psycho and Deranged is ableist. And...
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I was like... I laughed to it. I literally laughed. I literally used a laughing emoji in response to it. Because I didn't think there was any way she'd be serious. Right? I mean, there's no way someone would forget that some words have multiple meanings. That psycho has been colloquially used to describe an unreasonable person, like Jack in The Shining. You know, he's a psycho.
Right. There's a movie called Psycho.
Yeah.
It's a normal term in the horror world.
Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing. And that's one of my rebuttals.
There's also an American Psycho, too. Don't forget that one.
That's true.
Patrick Bateman. You know, he's American Psycho. And that was my rebuttal, one of many. I don't even know why I tried. You can't really argue with these I would say these people. It's just what's going on? I say, look, Psycho is everywhere in horror. I have no idea what you're talking about. And the response was, if the genre can't exist without that word, it doesn't deserve to exist. And at that point, I was like, you guys are idiots. And then I just realized, that's ableist.
Please tell me this wasn't a writer.
These are writers. These are fucking writers.
Writers that told you that?
Yeah, these are goddamn fucking writers. Not only that, they were saying, they're trying to tell like Horror Tree to take down my call for submissions because I'm some sort of ableist scumbag for using the word horror. Not horror, psycho. I'm like...
for shit's
sake. My response is, I'm like, who the fuck are you coming in and getting offended over everyday phrase, a word used so often that to even try to tell others to not say it would be an extreme example of fascism. It's a huge overreaction. I mean...
You should have told them they were racist.
I mean, that's the thing. Well, that's what they're trying to make me seem like. Like, I'm racist. Like, it's the new thing. And I'll tell you what, I hate to sound like the bad guy here. I hate to sound like the asshole. But in this fight, the ableists, they're being falsely accused of ableists, they need to win this one. Because there's so many words that get claimed. So many words that get fucking claimed in this. Okay? I mean, we're talking about a word, psycho, crazy, deranged, like mad. These words are used so often in horror, right? Like the horror section must be traumatizing to these people who are offended by it. Like, it must trigger, like, PTSD, like crazy. They must need to go to a hug box or something.
The next thing, you know, that they're going to complain when somebody walks up to them and says hi, because the people that smoke dope or get high or whatever are going to be offended. I mean, really?
You know what? That's probably it. That's probably the next thing. You know what? That's what Well, not saying I smoke dope, but hell, if I was a dope user, that's one thing I would claim. You know what? I'm kind of a borderline alcoholic. Next time people starts making fun of alcoholics or try to make fun of alcohol use, blame it on the alcohol, I'll be like, no, don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's offensive to me because I can handle my liquor. Not everybody can handle their liquor, but some people can. You know?
Right.
Man, it's just.
That really is stupid. I cannot believe that somebody objected to that word.
Well, it goes even further. Let me just say this. If these people, these busybody virtue signaling NPCs win, if they win this battle, if they win this fight, because I'm telling you, I double down, I'm not giving an inch. I'm using Psycho, and I'm going to call it Psycho, and the subtitle will be called The Deranged, Mentally Unhinged Holiday Psycho Fest. And I'm telling you why. Because if they win, it means not only can you not describe a violent psychopathic murder, it means you cannot use phrases like stupid, dumb, idiotic, or even moron. If these people win, if they win, then you and I will no longer be allowed to insult someone when they clearly deserve it, like, you know, when they cut us off in traffic, or when your teenage son or daughter shoots a BB gun inside the house. You know, so it's like, you need to have these words because sometimes people are an asshole. People are, and you can't say asshole anymore either because not everybody has an asshole that works. That's ableist. You can't say shit because not everybody can shit. Some people use a bag. You can't say fuck anymore because fuck.
Oh, Lord.
Because here's what I'm saying. If they get their way.
Some people don't.
Some people can't. Some people just flat out can't fuck because you know, whatever, birth defects.
We don't know why.
Yeah. So if they win this, so many words, everyday words, get just cut up in it, and we lose because everything is ableist.
That just kills me.
Oh man! And here I am. I'm ableist because I'm forcing Jeff to be on. Why Jeff? Are you okay? You good?
You guys say something to me?
No.
No, I'm not making fun.
Not making fun of you.
No, but are you okay? I'm making fun of myself on this one.
I'm doing okay.
Trust me, my jokes are aimed at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Why I took the phone away for a second, so I couldn't really hear you.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know I was going on a rant. Let me just end it with this. I gotta feel like I'm in a situation where if it's ableist to open a door for a handicapped person, and it's also ableist to not open the door, then what am I supposed to do? At that point, that motherfucker just opened the goddamn door himself. Like, people are trying to say the word like crazy and psycho or like the new N-word, which doesn't make any sense. The N-word is bad because of a whole lot of reasons. It was bad from the moment it was designed, you know, the moment it was, people started using it. But psycho, crazy, stupid, moron, just what? Oh, come on. I don't know. But that's it. I mean, what?
After the show's over, I want names. I want to know who said that.
I'll give you names. But after the show's over, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say who they are here. You can just look at my Twitter feed.
Right.
Look at that. At Mr. Deadman DT. It's all there.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Look at that.
And guess what I'm doing? I'm looking at your Twitter feed.
Oh, good. All right. Let's see. Hey, Jeff, do you have any thoughts about this? About the word psycho and crazy being ableist?
I have a novel called Trip Down Psychopath Lane.
Yeah. So you're also an ableist.
Don't tell them. They'll make you.
Yeah.
They'll make you change it.
You're gonna have to change that title. It's offensive. Because apparently you can't call people psychopaths anymore because that's offensive to psychopaths.
Well, it kind of fits.
Yeah.
Fits the story.
It's just, I can't believe this.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
If the shoe fits, wear it. Well, that sounds like you're just accepting the ableist label. You know? But I'm with you. I'm with you. If the shoe fits, wear it. It's like, come on. How else are you supposed to describe Jack in The Shining or Patrick Bateman in American Psycho? How are you supposed to describe them?
You can't say psycho in the title.
Yeah. You can't even say words like lame. You can't even say phrases like walk it off. You know, you can't say just shrug it off, just shake it off. You can't say that. Because not everybody can shake.
Okay, can I say something here?
Yeah, go ahead and say.
You're gonna croak when I say this. They can kiss my ass.
Get in line, get a number, and you can kiss Becky's ass. If you have a problem with these words, first off, don't step in the horror section. Second, get a number, wait in line,
pucker up, baby,
to kiss Becky's ass. All right, that takes care of that. I was expecting a more fired up rant. I got cooled off a little bit.
There you go.
It's just okay. There's a few things that people in the Facebook group wanted us to talk about real fast. And Jeff, you could chime in too.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Tapia wanted us to talk about state of the indie union. State of indie publishing.
I guess. I'm not really sure.
Like, does he want us to do like a state of the union address for like indie publishing? Like, am I supposed to like represent all of it and talk about how it's doing?
Maybe we should ask that question and get some more clarification there.
Or wait, here we go. Hey Jeff, do you consider yourself an indie author?
I suppose. I guess. I mean, I'm out with like a New York publisher, so like, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
as you know, call me a self-published author. You know, I find that offensive because I don't pay for anything to be published. I'd probably, I'd go indie. I mean, you know, because I mean, it's basically, you know, like people funding their own operations. You know, companies. You know, not corporations, but companies.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, in your published work, I mean, no, have you self-published?
No, never.
Oh man. Okay. So you've always gone through a publisher. Now these publishers are pretty small, though.
Yep.
You might still be there. You might be in the classification because if it's a small publisher, it's a small indie press. There's that area where it's like kind of, you know, it's very grassroots and.
Yeah, I mean, I'd pretty much, I'd say it's indie, but it's just I'm not self-published.
Okay.
I got in an argument with some people in a book group about, they're like, you should self-publish. I'm like, well, I always looked at that with a lot of disrespect because to me, if you couldn't get published on your own, obviously your work isn't that good. You know, if you have to pay for it. But and their argument, I mean, I didn't mean to be that harsh about it to them, but they're sort of like kind of. Because they're talking about the price of my ebook being outside the country. They're saying $5.99 was too much, and I was trying to explain. I didn't make the price. The publishing company made the price.
Yeah.
They paid me money up front for the novel. They make the price, and these people keep going after me about, you know, it's too much money for. It's not. I wouldn't pay that much money for any book that's not 500 words long, and you should be self-published and name your own price and started going off on me, and it's like, I'm like, who asked you? Like, you know, it's like, mind your own business.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
it's like I didn't go on your post and start, you know, talking about something that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. You don't like the price, don't buy the book. You know?
Yeah, people complain about that stuff all the time, too. And about the self-publishing thing, I have to say, because I had a few authors here that have gone the self-publishing route, and it's worked for them. It doesn't work for everybody. It's. I mean, when you do that, you're taking on all the tasks on your own. So you better make sure it is. The quality better be where it needs to be, and you better be willing to put in all the hard work for marketing and really spread the word out there. So, but
well, a lot of people like regular people don't respect that though. That's the thing. Like a lot of the time, I don't mean to offend either one of you guys if you self-publish it for with your company, but because I know a lot of the I have a few publishers I work with, and they put their own books out too, but I don't know. A lot of people don't because I remember like when my first novel came out in 2007, and like people were like, "You aren't self-published, are you?" And like that was like the worst thing in the world.
Well,
you know, and I'm like, no, it's a publisher.
I mean, that stigma's starting to go away because there are quality works that are self-published. I mean, there's actually quite a bit of
I know.
mainstream books that are actually self-published.
I know. I don't mean to like. I don't like kind of knock the because a lot of the because I have a couple publishing companies I work with where my publisher owns the company and publishes their own books. I mean, that's just what they do, and they publish other authors as well. But I don't know. Like I just got a bad argument this one night with these people like about that, where they're criticizing me for the price of my book, and then they kept like. That's why you should be self-published, like making me feel bad, because I'm not self-published or something. And it's like they're trying to put me down. It's like I don't make the price of the book. You got that?
Right.
Okay. Now, and how do you? Well, in this level, so you're not self-published, but you're going through an indie publisher, and so it's still in that area. So what's your opinion as far as indie publishing?
I mean, I think it's rougher because basically there's so many companies out there now. There's so many authors. As years have gone by. I mean, I remember like everybody's an author on Facebook nowadays. Things have changed a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Yeah, my first novel came out in 2007. I mean, it was like totally different.
Oh man, oh shit! People are demanding that take a shot. I've been paying attention to the chat. Oh man, I guess I'll do that.
I was gonna tell you that when you took a breath.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'll go ahead and take a shot.
What are you drinking tonight, first of all?
Well, it's still Jim Beam. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'll go ahead and take a shot, but all the other shots, what I want from the chat is I want some likes. I want some thumbs up on this video, on this stream. So either you invite some people in, you give it a thumbs up. I will take a shot for every 2 thumbs up. Oh, Becky, what's the thumbs up right now? Can you see it?
3.
3? Okay.
3, and we have 51 subscribers now.
We do. So I want to see that go up to 5, and I'll take another shot. I'll go and turn on the shot cam so you know I'm not bullshitting you. Let me adjust this high tech quality here. You can see I'm pouring it. It's not fake. Now I'm either gonna drink this or I'm just gonna I don't know, dump it on the ground. But that's a sin. Hold on, let me go and drink it. Oh man. Whew. That feels good. That burn. Oh yeah. Okay, another question we got from the group is, why do goats scare people?
That's not what it says.
Sorry, why do goats...
It's one of the forms of Lucifer,
Okay.
Wait a minute,
okay, hold on.
He needs to reread the question.
Let me clarify that for you, Jeff. Why do goats scare people with their penises?
Thank you, Chris Miller.
Some people fear length.
I didn't even know goats scared people with their penises. I thought goats just scared people with their eyes. Because I mean, that's enough for me. Fuck goats. I can't stand goats. They're like the one animal. I'm like, when I look into their eyes, I just see Satan. I see pure evil. I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't stand their eyes. The way they look. Is that mean?
No.
Does that make me a bad person?
Poor thing.
I mean, I'm already
Poor
an ableist.
thing.
I'm already
They just want you to love on them.
I'm already an ableistic asshole over here. So now I don't like goats either. Great.
Yeah, now you have PETA on you.
Yeah, well, they were already on me. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I forgot you like to eat.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you go to a petting zoo and all of a sudden goats are like trying to like hump your leg, I'm sure that would scare a lot of kids, scare a lot of people. Fuck that.
That would scare the hell out of me.
Yeah, get out of there. Let's see, got another question.
No, thank you.
This one's gonna be crazy. Sexual habits of the Trump family. What?
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's already in the news. It's got Stormy Daniels. We need to really talk about that. Okay.
I got something.
All right.
You get done with this.
Oh, wait a second. Are you talking about because I know you ran some polls Wednesday.
Yes, I'm talking about a poll that I ran.
Oh, okay. And don't worry, Jeff. We're gonna get to the heart of your content.
Did you have a pole she dancing on, or what?
No, wrong poll.
Wrong poll.
This was a poll.
Go ahead.
This was a poll that I took in our Facebook group, and I asked, what kind of costume do you think Mr. Deadman should wear for Halloween? And the choices were a French maid, a poodle, Elvira. I forget what the other one was now. Crap. I'll look. Hold on. But it was really funny.
Okay. Well, which one won? What am I wearing? What's going on here?
Oh, a ballerina was the other one.
Okay.
Well, your wife voted, and she said you in a French maid's costume if it involves cleaning.
Well, I guess you know what I'm doing.
Yeah, because the French maid's outfit won. So
look at
you're
that.
wearing the French maid's outfit, and you are cleaning, big boy.
Oh man, look at that! Look at that! So, and I'm supposed to be wearing this for Halloween. Oh, sweet. Okay. All right.
Get you some shorty shorts.
Man, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna have to mask my face for that one, but I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna take some photos of it. Okay. I'll take one for the team. I'll do it.
Okay.
Just remember, no one else would.
One of them wanted you to dress up as a poodle. A poodle dressed as Elvira.
Now that's complicated.
I'm not sure exactly how. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that would have worked, but yeah.
Man, there's layers of that. I don't know.
Interesting.
A poodle dressed like Elvira. Okay.
You would have had hairy, curly boobs.
Yeah. Man. What other polls? Like, what else happened on Wednesday when I was out working for the evil globalist? What else was happening?
I don't know. Did I do something else Wednesday?
Yeah, I think a crystal meth head in Missouri humped a dog. That was in the Daily News, New York Daily News, on their website.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems to happen quite frequently. Usually, that's like the hobbies of a crystal meth head. They like to hump dogs, in front yards. It was actually a pit bull too. It's pretty good article.
Oh wow!
Oh my goodness!
Man, that's
I did
horrible.
take one other poll.
Oh.
On Wednesday.
How are you gonna top a meth head humping dogs?
I'm not sure if I can. But I did take a who is the sexiest poll.
Okay.
And the contestants were Elvira, Lily, Morticia, and Mr. Deadman.
Oh.
And you got a vote.
Oh, who voted for my ass? Who voted for me? Because that person needs a reality check. Shit, I need to find out who that is.
Joseph, my good friend Joseph Elliott. He is awesome.
Oh man, I'm gonna send him a photo.
But Elvira did win.
Of course you would. Everyone knows Elvira's the dark mistress. Come on, the mistress of the dark. She's it, man.
Lily and Morticia were tied.
Yeah, I kind of expect that though. Morticia, come on, I would go Morticia.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeff?
I would have too.
I go with Elvira.
Okay. Now, if it was between Morticia and Lily.
Lily.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably go Morticia, I guess.
Actually, I would too.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the chat. Gotta ask the chat. What do you think, chat? If it was between Morticia and Lily, like what's the question? Like who's more attractive? Yeah, let's go with that.
Who's the sexiest?
Who's the sexiest? I go Morticia because she's definitely an ice queen. I kind of like that. That's kind of hot to me.
Our chat says Morticia.
Yeah, of course.
Is that what you would have said?
Yeah.
Mr. Deadman?
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Most certainly. Okay. Any other polls? Any other shenanigans we need to take care of?
No, I think I was pretty good after that.
Okay. So, Jeff, let's talk about you. All about you. How long have you been writing?
Pretty much all my life. I just could never get anything finished until I was about 23. When I finished my first, when I actually finally completed a novel. Because I started them like as far back as like 13, 14. I would start writing a novel and then just sort of give up and go run around, go skateboard or something, and then I got like a little older. I do the usual stuff. Get drunk, smoke weed, chase girls.
Okay.
And then eventually, then it kind of got to like a point where I was like, I think it's time. I think I could probably just sit down and do this. And then I just I started writing and writing and writing and writing and writing. And it's probably like the worst novel I ever wrote, but I mean it was the first one. So and that got me started. Once I proved I could do it once, I knew I could do it a lot of times, and I've just kept going from there.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So
how many books have you written?
Oh, it's all right.
Well, I have 4 published novels out of 23.
Oh my God.
Shit. So you really started young. I mean, I know you were distracted with drugs and chasing tail and all that, but I mean, you seem like you got it together. You have like 23 books in the chamber, or I guess all together, and you have 4 that are published.
Probably like 15 short stories, something like that. Yeah.
Oh man. So wait.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been a number of years. So we're talking about like over the course of 16 years. I mean, it's not Rome isn't built in a day.
Yeah, true.
It's not that easy. It's not something where like anybody, because everybody thinks they can write a novel, but not really.
Right.
It takes a certain level of discipline. I just never had it until I was 23. That was basically like when I finally had it. I'm like, I want to do this, because I always knew I wanted to be a writer. Like when I was 13, I was like, I used to read Clive Barker all the time. That's my favorite author. I used to read him like obsessively. Hey, I hate to even mention it. When I was in 1994, they had a copy of The Great and Secret Show, like right on a shelf in the front of a. It wasn't a Barnes & Noble. What was the other one? Walden Books.
Walden, okay. I remember that.
Yeah, I used to be in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a Clive fan, I stole the book because I had no money. Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's how much I like Clive Barker, and that's how much of a reader I am, that I actually stole the book outright, because it was right on like a table right in front of the store, and there was nobody around, and I kept walking by with my friends. We'd go up there like every, I think it was like the summer. We kept going by there like every day, and I'm like, I want to read that book so bad, because he made The Great and Secret Show first, then Everville. My mom bought Everville for me, but I knew The Great and Secret Show was first, so I was obsessed with trying to read that damn book. And I just didn't have any money, and I'm like, finally, like, one day I just, like, fuck it, I'm stealing this shit. And, like, just, grabbed it and took it. I don't condone theft. I don't condone stealing books. Buy books. I don't want anybody stealing my books. But I don't know. I got that's how big a Clive Barker fan I am that actually would steal books.
You know what?
I mean, if you're pretty broke, I mean, go for it. I mean, you can steal one of my books. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, you enjoy the stuff.
Respected.
Like, you didn't steal it because you wanted to just like. I mean, you stole it because you wanted to, engage in the content. You liked the story. I mean, you wanted to read it. You just couldn't afford it, and it's kind of like, all right. I don't know. I think I can't speak for him, but it's like, okay. If someone stole my work like that, just go right ahead. You go read it.
That's what I think too. That's kind of that's my thoughts too. I mean, when I ultimately think about it, I mean, if you like my work that much, feel free to steal it. You can do that.
So wait, let me make sure. So what was published first, the short stories or the novel?
For who? Me or Clive Barker?
For you.
Oh, I had my first short story published in 2005. I was 23 in 02. So my first short story came out like I was probably 26.
Okay. So wait a second, just so to make sure I got this right. Your first published work was a novel.
No, it was a short story.
Okay, all right, just make sure. Short story. Okay. Because I just want to make sure if you start off with novels and then went with short stories, because I hear people do that sometimes. I'm like, oh man, that must be a trip. Yeah.
Well, I write them like a novel, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah, write a short story like a novel.
Okay.
Just it's shorter.
Okay. So
you
why?
Just basically, all you do is you're just putting it down into like a smaller package than not as elaborate.
Yeah. So why horror?
Pardon me?
Oh.
I couldn't hear you.
Why horror?
I don't know. I always liked Clive Barker, like I said. That was really the big influence. I branched out into like other authors over the years, but I don't know. There's something about them. I just really liked them. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I remember, I don't know, when I was like 9, my mom, they used to have like a convenience store that sold video cassettes. And she's like, hey, you want to see Nightmare on Elm Street? And I'm like, sure. And I watched that, I loved it, saw like every single one, Then I started seeking out horror books. And I'm trying to think of how young I was when I read my first horror novel, though. I think... they used to have back in the 80s when I was like about like I remember living in Hawaii and it was like 85. They used to have this thing called Saturday Nightmares that was on USA.
Okay.
And I used to love that. And it was like these weird movies, that were like off the wall, like this guy has a tattoo that takes over his body, and his entire body becomes a tattoo until it kills him. It's like weird. That movie with Michael Caine where his hands like running around. I've never seen that. I mean, they have some like really, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe because I just kind of caught on to it when I was really young.
Okay.
Because I was probably like. When I lived in Hawaii, when I used to watch Saturday Nightmares, I was probably like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Around there. And I'm an only child, so my mom pretty much let me do whatever the hell I wanted. So she'd let me stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning watching horror movies, pretty much.
Oh my lord.
Oh, those are good moments. Those are good times, Oh man. Well, so tell me about Black and Blue. Tell me about that. Now, is that a novel? Is that a short story? It's a novel, right?
Yeah, that one's actually a short story.
Okay.
I'll run down the novel list real quick. Okay, the Debacle, 2007, that came out.
Okay.
The Trip Down Psychopath Lane is a novel that came out in 2014.
Ableist, just a reminder. Ableist.
Yeah, I know I said the bad word. I don't give a shit. Anyhow. Sexy People came out in 2015.
Ableist. Not everyone's sexy. Some people are just ugliest. Some people just aren't born sexy. Just want to make sure. But sexy. Well, I definitely want to talk about that
well,
one.
you know, I have like a menagerie of books called with some kind of people. Hey, believe me, she knows. Becky knows. She read another.
Yes.
Yeah, she knows. I have a habit of saying like some kind of people. Never in a never in a racial, you know.
Yeah.
Sense like that, you know.
Right.
I actually I happen to love black women quite a bit, and I do not want to lose the ability to enjoy their company. And I have a lot of black friends that I still respect over the years. Some of my best friends, you know. I always see my best friends black, and I only see him on the holidays now. He moved to South Carolina. I'm in Virginia. Yeah, I miss him a lot of the time, but I can never use anything racist. I keep out of it, but I will. I mean, during the course of a story, though, I will write through the point of view of a race. Like I'll say, like, and they usually end up dead.
You'll
they
do
usually
that?
end up dead by the end of the novel. But I know I'm digressing like way off track. Okay. Anyway, back to
no. But that's interesting though, because I always thought about that, like writing from. If you. I mean, I don't know if you're white or Hispanic or Asian. I'm
white.
You're white.
I'm white.
Okay, so like, if you were to write like other characters of other ethnicities and other races, like, do you feel comfortable doing that, or is it just kind of like weird? Is it?
Yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I spent my entire life with black people, Puerto Ricans, pretty much. I mean, ever since yeah, that's like, yeah, I'm quite accustomed to it. I know I've known a lot of Filipinos too, because I mean, back like going back to like when I was 6, 4, you know, back to like 1984, 1985, when I was in Hawaii, everybody's Filipino pretty much. The majority population in Hawaii is Japanese. So I'm pretty accustomed to diversity and seeing things from a different point of view from necessarily just the average white guy. I mean, you know, I don't have like that myopic thing where, you know, I just see things one way. I can see other people's perspectives and try to write accordingly. You know, let me go back to what I was saying. Okay, so we got Sexy People in 2015,
okay.
And the fourth novel is Man Without a Country. That came out in 2015.
Okay.
Sexy People and Man Without a Country kind of clashed because they came out like 2 months apart with different publishers. So a lot of people went Sexy People was more erotic horror. A lot of people went that route and bought that book. That's actually the best-selling novel I have because it's
okay. And that's the route I'm gonna go.
It's a strange. Yeah, because it's like, because Man Without a Country kind of gets overshadowed because of that one, because it came first, and it's got kind of like an interesting premise, and involves cannibalism and sex. A lot of weird sex.
Cannibalism and sex, all right. Okay.
And next novel will be due out next year. It's called Even Angels Go to Hell.
Even Angels Go to Hell. Holy shit, that's kind of metal right there. Even Angels Go to Hell. That's cool. I like that.
Oh my lord, that was creepy.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah, that was creepy.
I like doing that to my dog. It scares the shit out of him.
I'm gonna put on
I'm like making the noise going.
Oh my gosh.
Demons over here. I'm gonna put on the mask cam. Be like, even angels go to hell.
I'm gonna go hide.
Well, you know where I got the concept from, right? Who was God's favorite angel?
Lucifer.
Yep. Yeah, correct. So that's what I'm saying. Even angels go to hell. Yeah.
Right.
In that story right there, that's one of the mini stories where it's like, wait a second, you mean all this guy was doing was saying, God, dude, I don't think this is working out well. What the fuck is this? Well, don't you dare question me. Next thing you know, he runs his own pit in hell. So that makes me think, when I read that story, I don't know what you believe in. You can believe in whatever, that's okay. You can tell me. But I go to
I don't want to give away that I don't know if you read the Scholar Gospels by Clive Barker, but that's like a god awful book. It's about I had to go keep talking about Clive Barker too much, but I just read that maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I read that book, and it's about Pinhead taking over hell. And Clive Barker doesn't like people calling him Pinhead because he never gave him a name in the original novella, The Hellbound Heart.
Mm-hmm.
So he calls him he's called him the Hell Priest throughout the whole novel. He never calls him Pinhead, but you know who he's talking about. It's funny. And then, but it sucks. It's not really a great novel. It's kind of horrible.
Mm.
Because I was reading some Stephen King, and then I went over and read the Scholar Gospels, and I was like, good God, this is not really great.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I gotta check that one out. I mean, it doesn't sound all that great, though, but the thought of Pinhead or the Hell Priest
taking over hell, yeah.
That would be a scary place. I think it would be scarier with him in charge. I mean, Lucifer,
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you can have a drink with him at least. Be like, man, God did what to you? He sent you down here to run this place? Fuck. Hey, I'm on your side, man. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Some kids get born with cancer. Oh, by the way, speaking of kids of cancer, this Sunday we have a live stream for charity, Vampires versus the World, where you can ask real life vampires, not just any vampire, but the king of vampires, Michael Vacamille. He's the king of the Houston Vampires. It's not a baseball team. Yep. It's not a softball team. It's a real thing. I met them in person. I mean, they didn't take my blood or anything.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Do I need to ask Michael about that?
Yeah. Well, I had someone with me.
Did you check by your groin for 2 holes? That was in that Jim Carrey vampire movie.
I haven't checked on there.
Sometimes they sneak up on you to get you kind of down low where you can't tell.
Oh, that's...
you may have thought you had some kind of venereal disease, but it's actually a little bit more serious.
Ah, okay. That's.
If he has a venereal disease, Mrs. Deadman might kill him.
Well, I'm just gonna spread the vampire love then. You know.
Oh Lord.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Beware the children of the night. They sometimes they lay low.
Oh, they lay low, right? All right.
They lay low.
That's gonna be this Sunday. And the thing is, anyone can ask questions. You submit questions, we'll ask them. But if you donate at least $1, your questions will be in priority. So that's this Sunday at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. All right. But enough of plugging that. To talk to me about sexy people. I'm going to go from talking about kids of cancer and St. Jude, which they do great work, by the way, to erotic horror. Tell me about sexy people, because I want some sexy people. We got cannibalism.
And
basically, it's about a couple. They're basically, every day of their lives is exactly the same. Like, nothing's original. They're bored. It's banal. You know, they get a new neighbor, starts organizing, like, sex parties, Camila, and basically they get an invitation, they have to bring a gift. And it's always something really weird. You have to bring, like a rabbit or some sort of weird off-the-wall thing. And then basically she's seducing her husband. It's something. Well, it's actually a husband. I never really specify. It's actually just the kind of, like, you know, they're just together for a long time. But they're basically going through, like, financial troubles, going downhill. They're going to sex parties. Cannibalism plays a role in the sex parties. Like, Camila likes to eat people and may or may not be some sort of witch. You don't really know what she is. I never explain it. I keep it kind of, you know, a little bit in the gray area where you don't really know, like, what exactly is she? And, yeah, it's basically kind of like a collision course. First chapter of the novel, the main character, Barbara, shoots herself in the head.
Oh, man, okay.
Yeah. And then I just go from there, recalling the past, what happened to make her do that. And Camille's dead, and Bob's dead, and then we go back in time from there, recounting what happened in order to get there.
Okay, and to make sure, so this main character, I mean, is she a politician? I mean, she has a lot of power. It sounds like access to like eat people and stuff.
Well, no. Basically, she's just she's a sexual woman. All the men want her, and she gets whatever man she wants. And everybody's pretty much suffering from the same shit. They're all in a rut. So the first second they get, it's like, hey, a sex party. I got to have sex with somebody else. Everybody's in on it.
Okay. So
and then she's manipulating them into doing whatever the hell she wants, pretty much. Like just, hey, let me chew on, let me eat your arm. Like, let me take a bite out of you real quick. Let me bite off. Let me take a piece of your thigh.
Oh.
And that's how she gets off.
So wait, they go. So hold on, just make sure these are like. Are they like middle class people? Like they just live in like suburban?
Yeah.
Okay. They go to the sex party.
Yeah, they're going through like well, the two main characters are Bob and Barbara, but the whole story is told from Barbara's point of view after she pops herself with a bullet in the head.
Yeah.
It's her going back through time, recalling like everything that happened to them. And it's like them, like they're going through financial problems. She loses her job, can't get another job, and they're kind of like spiraling downhill together. Well, and he just keeps going to those sex parties. She tells him to quit doing it, and he still keeps doing it anyway. She quits going, but Bob's over there like every Friday night, like just, I gotta go, like
who would stop?
Hopping up a window, climbing down a vine, swinging in on a vine if he has to, whatever he has to get there, And she's, constantly eating them, pretty much like taking bites out of them, like left and right.
Okay. Now that part, I know you don't want to reveal it. I know you don't want to reveal too much, but I have to ask. This is what I like. I love these talks. It's kind of like a striptease. You give me a little bit of information, and people listening, they like this stuff. They want to know too because they're curious. So, how does she do this? Does she like bite them in the moment? Do they like cut off? Do they willingly cut off a piece of their thigh?
During sex.
Just during sex. Just taking a bite.
Yep. Yeah, during sex. Yep. Just feels like doing it. And
okay.
I don't whim. They don't care. Everybody she has sex with, she has control over her, like everybody. The only person who doesn't seem to really like her is Barbara, the main character. Everybody else in the neighborhood's pretty much, they're all on the, they're all on the train, they're ready to party on Friday.
And she bites a whole chunk of like meat out of their thigh.
Yeah.
Oh man,
no problem.
That is crazy. Okay.
I think I would notice that.
Yeah. You think she would be invited to the next sex party?
What do you say?
No.
I can't hear you. We want me to vet? Yeah, I think Becky probably can get in. They'll probably let her go.
Oh, would Becky be? No. What I was saying is, if there was someone over there like biting on people's thighs and arms and stuff, would they be invited to the next sex party?
Mhm.
Oh man.
No.
That's a wait. Hold on. Now, see,
some people, but keep in mind though, like there is people do disappear and die during the course of the novel. I mean, it's not like you can only bite flesh off somebody so much before, obviously they're gonna die. But
oh shit, this is like, see, that's why I say in the politician thing, this is like Podesta shit. This is like some crazy like now they're bringing Pizzagate shit, but like this is some weird crazy stuff like. You're talking. Well, Pizzagate was about pedophiles, but we're talking about like eating people. What's that grove that all the politicians go to? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, basically, it was a revenge novel because this guy signed me to like a 10-book deal, and I gave him a name for a short story collection. I'm not going to name him because, I probably could. I mean, it was a fucking piece of shit, but. I was like, why don't you call your shorts your because he was doing like a box set of like ebooks, which was like and it was like 2013, and he signed me to a 10-book contract. He had this weird idea about like splitting my novels up, like splitting 80 to 90 word novels in half.
Okay.
And then we're randomly talking one night on the phone, and I was like, yeah, because he's down in Atlanta, black dude down in Atlanta. I'm going to say for the hell of it, fuck True Glory Publications, fuck those bastards. And anyhow, so basically, I don't really give a shit anymore.
Whoa. What happened with them? What?
I'm about to get into it. I just want to say who the fuck they are. True Glory Publications, fuck them. So basically, he couldn't think of a name for his box set of novels.
Okay.
And then, he was talking to me. He's like, "You got any ideas?" And I'm like, "How about Tales of the Erotic and the Psychotic?" Brought up that bad word again. Well, not necessarily, but psychotic, whatever. Yeah. And then he won't pay me for the idea. And that's what I asked him to do. I was like, I'll let you.
You know what you got to do?
No, we basically we got an argument. We kept arguing about it, and then he just cut me. He cut me. I told him if he used that name, I was going to sue him, and then he cut me. Tore up the contract on me and everything else, and then he still used the name anyway.
Man.
But I never actually went after him legally. You're
just gonna have to go on Twitter. You're gonna have the virtue signal. You'll be like, this guy's using ableist terms like psycho and all this stuff. Never mind that you did too, because half these people that came at me were probably fans of Stephen King or who knows who else, and be like, come on now. But
he's quite a strange writer in his own right. He wrote his name is the fuck is his what's his name? I forgot. Shamike Spate. Yeah. He is of bestiality fame. He wrote a novel called Bestiality. Yeah, and basically the woman has sex with a dog in it. It's a horror novel, of course. So basically I sat down to write sexy people. I was like, I'm going to write something crazier than this motherfucker could ever think of in his goddamn life is revenge. And I pitched it to, I was talking to the publisher I was working with, the other publisher I was working with, and I was like, what do you think about this? And I started sending her like some chapters while it was going on. She's like, once you read the first chapter of Sexy People, you're pretty much hooked in on it. Like if somebody commits suicide, it's pretty, like with her husband dead and like a dead ghoul, or witch, whatever you want to call her, and
okay,
we went from there, but I don't know this dude like. Okay.
I don't.
Becky, you do editing, correct? You know how to edit, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know the proper spelling of bestiality, right? This idiot spelled it B-A-S-T. And then the rest instead of instead of B-E-S-T, the proper spelling of it. So I'm like, because I'm on the phone like yelling at him. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, you can't even spell goddamn bestiality correctly, and you're sitting here going to cheat me out of like some money.
I'm stuck on the fact. Wait, this guy writes about bestiality. He puts that up on Amazon. Amazon approves that.
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't really checked out anything from him, and I never actually read any of his books. We never made it that far. Yeah, he was too busy. He was too busy signing me.
You know how they probably got around that? It's probably not listed under erotica. Because I know Amazon has a thing where if it's listed under erotica and it has like bestiality and it's flat out bestiality, they're gonna take it down. If it has like flat out like
right.
If it crosses guidelines.
What happened was I met another publisher, and she basically she was like, "Hey, you're not trying to write something about bestiality." I'm like, "Why the fuck would I do that?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, that guy Shamike Spade is doing pretty good with it." And I'm like, "What's he writing about?" She's like, "Dogs having sex with humans or women." And I'm like, well, "Okay, yeah, no, I'm not really gonna write anything like that."
It's fucked up. Okay. Yeah, to each their own, I guess, in a way. I mean, as someone who's all about free speech,
I don't know who the fuck's buying that shit. I mean, it's weird. It doesn't sound like too appealing, but she was trying to get me to do that, and she fucked me over too. Like I sold her a short story for $15. I thought she was gonna put it in a magazine, and she ends up putting it on. It's a paper book on Amazon now.
Mm.
And then I've dealt with all kinds of scumbags over the years. I mean, and because it's all part of the process. A lot of people are cool, but there are some really scummy people.
Yeah.
She was a scumbag because she put out a paperback version of the short story, and the damn thing's 30 pages long. It's not that long of a story, and she did big wide print.
Mm.
So it really probably is like a 15-page story, and then she charged $2.99 for it.
Yeah.
And my understanding was that it was supposed to be part of an anthology, and then she paid me $15 for the rights to it. And I just thought I just did it on I had the story sitting around. I just did it on a lark. I was like, what the hell, because I just had a short story collection come out with another publisher, and I was really promoting that more. And I was like, what the fuck, here. Yeah, send me the $15. Fuck it. Yeah, take the story.
Well, this kind of gets into
it's available in this is how crazy it is with this woman.
All right.
Okay, her name is Angelica Wallows. Angelica S. Wallows.
Angelica Wallows. Wallows? Wow.
No.
Okay.
No, get the pun. Okay, this is actually what her author name is. Angelica S. Swallows.
Swallows. Angelica Swallows. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her company's My Pouty Lips. They can go fuck themselves too. So basically.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she has that short story. She put a short story out in German, Spanish, and paperbacks, and an ebook. It's a really good vampire story too, but I never promote that story because I think she fucked me over so good on it. $15 and totally fucked me over. I don't even acknowledge it exists. I did give one copy to a Puerto Rican friend of mine because he really wanted to read it when he heard a Spanish version. So I bought it I bought it for him. It was like, here, take it, and signed it and everything. But yeah, I've never promoted that shit. But she brought up the other guy. And then ultimately, that led me to write Sexy People. I was kind of, I was like, I can beat both of these guys in erotica, and I can
Now, I don't know
destroy them with horror.
I mean, do you think Sexy People beats that? Because I don't know if Sexy People could really beat bestiality.
Well, as far as being good, yeah, it's a better written story. Cause, he's not known for being a great writer. He just has a strange. He has a large fan base in Atlanta.
Okay. And for the record, I was going with the most extreme, and it's not like I would have.
No, I couldn't. No. He got me by bestiality is way too far though. Yeah, it's anything with children or
awful.
Any kind of I don't screw with anything near that. Yeah, there's no pedophiles.
Is he also a furry? Are you a furry? Not that.
What's that?
I said, do you know if he's also a furry? A guy who wears a guy who wears a fur costume, like a wolf or something.
I don't know, but I won't be shocked if he wore a pair of panties or something.
Oh man, I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting.
Cause he is a bit of a female dog. Tell you the truth, man.
Okay. Just making sure.
The last time we talked, he said he tried to kill me, and I was like, well, come on up to Virginia Beach, man. And what you think it is? Come on up. We'll see each other.
Get a number.
I'm not going to Atlanta, but I told this fellow come up here. You can come up here and meet me. You know, I have no problem with it. I know you're probably you look big in your author picture, but I don't really give a shit. To tell you the truth, man. I'll go upside your head with a bottle if I have to.
So to get it back to sexy people, I mean, this erotica horror, it's working for you, right? I mean, like what sort of feedback have you received from sexy people?
I get a lot of comparisons to, like, Tarantino.
Oh,
that's like the number. Okay. Like people like a lot of people like will say I write like I have like a Tarantino style like to the way I write. That's what one of the reviews on the book says that too. Like they're talking about it's kind of Tarantino-esque.
Yeah.
In a way.
Okay, and that's a compliment right there. And what about this book, Sexy People? I mean, how well is it doing? I don't know how much you want to reveal as far as is it helping pay the bills?
Well, it's slowed down a little bit. I mean, it's been out for 3 years. I need something fresh, to be honest.
Okay. But
because I mean, it's getting kind of cause people, a lot of people bought it. You know, that was the best seller of the bunch. Like out of everything I've ever come out with. My first novel, like, you know, I didn't know how to promote anything back in 2007. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't really know like anything. You know, and eventually you start to learn.
Yeah.
You know, you start picking up tricks and stuff. Yeah, like start doing, you start doing podcast interviews. Start doing, written interviews.
Okay.
Because this is like probably the 7th podcast interview I've done like in over 3 years or something, or 8th. I think it may be the 8th, but
okay.
Quite a few. Yeah, because I pretty much do these all the time.
So Sexy People's been not
all not every week thing, but enough where I'm used to them. I've been on the radio a few times too.
Oh shit! Okay.
So that helps you do a lot better. I didn't know how to do that back in 2007 when I first came out.
So I mean,
kind of a learning game.
Yeah, a learning game, and how did it do? Like when it released, like what sort of numbers are we talking about? Like what sort of reception are we talking about? Hello? Hey, Jeff, are you there?
I'm here.
Is Jeff there?
We lost him.
Did we lose Jeff?
Him.
No way. We lost Jeff. Dude, we lost Jeff.
The chat is calling for you to take a shot, by the way.
Okay, hold on. You don't need the driver drunk. You don't need the driver drunk on the wheel. Let me call Jeff back real fast because I need to ask him. But he says Sexy People did well, and I believe him. Sexy People did well. I'm not calling him out. Right. I just want to know what where is he? Why is it not coming up?
We have 7
here we go.
thumbs up and 53 subscribers now.
63?
53.
Wait. Okay, how many thumbs ups do we have?
7.
Oh shit, I need to take another shot. Wait, I said for every 2, right? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's a lot of shots. Alright.
3.
Oh fuck, okay.
But we'll let you take
a voicemail box.
Voicemail box. No, don't want to
Uh-oh.
Is he still there? Let me call him again. Man.
It's the hackers, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we didn't praise baby Nicolas Passion.
You forgot to do that.
I did. Nicolas Passion is a known troll. He hates this show. He tries to target it with this stupid ops, this 24-hour ops about trying to hack. He still sends me emails, by the way. It goes to my spam. Okay. It's dialing. Skype's new interface totally sucks balls, by the way.
Jeff,
you there? Jeff, you're there.
Yeah.
Okay, we lost you for a second. Good, I have you on. That means I can get drunk again. Okay, Jeff, my last question was for you. Well, not my last question, but the question before you got cut off was, when Sexy People first came out, what was the reception like as far as like sales go? I mean, and how is it now? Because we're talking about it's been out for 3 years, but it still sounds like even for 3 years, it's still doing pretty damn good. So, tell me about that. And don't be afraid to give out any numbers too. Okay, yeah, don't be afraid to give out numbers.
It's about promotion.
Yeah.
It's about promotion. You have to keep promoting, and make sure your name's known.
All right. Oh man, but yeah, Sexy People looks like a good book, man. I need to take a look at that.
Did you promote it yourself, or did you get somebody to promote it for you?
Did I write it myself?
No, promote it.
No, just me, pretty much me. Excuse me. Had to flush the toilet real quick. Had to get a new phone. Had to go to the bathroom. All right. Nah, that's all me. Just me promoting.
Just you promoting. Okay. All right.
That's a big job, believe me. I understand that.
So that's Sexy People. When you said Sexy People overshadowed Man Without a Country.
Yeah, I actually think Man Without a Country is probably my best published novel, to be honest. But it's just everybody likes the sex party concept better, well, so that tends to be the one that people buy.
I mean, who doesn't like sex, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Generally, when I write erotic horror, they sell better.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, I may or may not have self-published some, and I say this, I may or may not have self-published some easy erotica just for some easy money. And it's like you don't even have to try. You don't even have to try, Becky. You could write crap and people buy it and they read it and they just come back for more. I'm reading.
I hate to tell you this, but I have 2 erotica stories published, so don't tell me. I know.
Yeah. It's like
well, you could write about women fucking dogs and seem to do pretty well for yourself.
Yeah. Oh,
no,
man.
thank you.
No, I just have.
I don't think I could write that.
Yeah. I got enough trouble with Deadman's Tome, No Safe Word, and that didn't even have anything close to that. That just had typical sex, and just had sex, and they kept like getting banned and blocked. What it was is I included the word. I think it's because I included the word rape in the introduction as in rape fantasy, as in that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's me calling a spade a spade.
Yeah, don't ever. Yeah, well, you don't want to have a rape. See, I don't really do rape either. Unless it's like a woman, with doing that to a man. But I don't worry about rape.
No.
I don't do any incest. I don't do anything with children, and nobody's fucking a dog.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the scenes.
I got certain things I won't do. Maybe you fuck a demon. That could be a possibility. Yeah, but those are things I'm not really gonna. Yeah.
What I was talking about was like in the introduction was like including like rape fantasy in the introduction, just describing one of the stories or whatever. Because here's the thing, you see a lot of women who read erotica, and a lot of it is rape by any other name. It's like a force. It's like, oh, he did this. Did I really want it? Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. It's like, what are you doing here? Like half of the books, if not all of the books in the erotica section, are like hashtag Me Too all over the place. What are you talking about? That's crazy stuff. And what I was doing in the introduction was pretty much calling a spade. But then I learned that you have to circle around that because you can't call it out. You have to just be, tongue in cheek about it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the first story is like. It's written by a woman too, Renee Miller. I love working with her, and she's. We have a book coming out, Flesh and Blood.
Yes.
The first story is pretty much a roadside rape. by any other word. And when
I mean, it happens. It's real life. I mean,
but also in that story, she gets revenge on the guy. It turns out that she has some demonic connections or whatever, and next thing you know, the guy is tied up, hogtied, and then it gets his dick bitten off and shit like that, crazy stuff. That's a crazy
I think
story.
when you have an author that handles that subject correctly and doesn't, glorify it and whatever, I think.
You don't want to glorify
writing about it.
But
well, I mean, I've had my moments for because I got this novel I've been messing around with for a couple of years. I wrote a couple other novels in the meantime. Becky read one of them that I've been working on, but I've been working on once for 3 years. I keep screwing around with it, and it's even because like I said, I had to go back and work on Even Angels Go to Hell. The publisher Ed Souter at Burning Willow, he compared it to The Stand. He's like, basically, you wrote this, you wrote a kind of like a Stand-like novel, except you waste your time with a bunch of shit about, waste 200 pages going about, their childhood, what traumas they had. You actually just wrote the story, instead of, in the Stephen King fashion where that's one thing about Stephen King, though. I mean, he'll just go off some tangent from, the story set in 1984, and you're going back to 1963, and then you spend 200 pages, and then you have to get back to the beginning. But I got one where, I'm not gonna really get into it because it's not published, not finished, no contract. I may never complete it, but I got stuck on one thing, and I can't reconcile it. But basically. It's pretty brutal because the guy there is a father molests the son.
Oh shit!
And then he actually turns out to be gay, and he gets bullied in high school and ends up shooting the school. That's not the story.
Fuck.
That's just a piece. That's just a piece of the story.
That's a good story. You gotta finish that.
Leads.
You gotta finish that book.
And it leads one of the main. There's two main characters. A guy who may or may not be a serial killer. We don't establish that for a while in the novel. What exactly he is why women are dying every time he has sex with them, and she becomes an FBI agent because of her brother.
Man, do you have a title for this book?
Huh?
Do you have a title for this book?
I'm gonna give it to you though.
No, don't give it to me. Don't give it away. I'm just saying, you're talking this book idea is hitting on something that's fresh. It is right here. It's in the back of everyone's mind here in America, even just worldwide. It's like, America's known for all the school shootings. You could just call it School Shooter, and people buy it. It'd be like bestseller. Be like, what the fuck is this? School Shooter. Oh man, it's about a kid. He gets raped by his dad, and the kid becomes gay, and then he's traumatized. Did you say?
Yeah, but that's not even like a piece. That's not even a piece. That's really that's 2,000 words out of 100,000. To be honest with you, yeah, because it's more about the other guy. He's like the main person.
Okay.
It's about angels and demons and weird esoteric knowledge and all kinds of crazy shit that I came up with. People come back from the dead, if you could bring back from the dead, all kinds of stuff. And but that's because they basically I do go Stephen King with it kind of because I'm doing flashbacks. Like the two of them meet and they start talking and start sharing their past. And then and she's talking about what happened with her she had a good story. The pastor tried to drown her because she stuck her tongue out at him, He decided to give her another baptism, and started dunking her in the river. And her brother helped her when she was a kid. When he was like the older brother.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different there's a lot of levels to it. It's complicated. That's why it's taken me a long time to finish, because it's because I'm all there's so much in it that it's like, because I think I took like about 3 different novel ideas and threw it all together, and I think it's about 110,000 pages. I think 100 not pages, but I get a bad habit of pages.
Okay.
About 110,000 words.
Okay. Well, now let's talk about. I mean, I don't want to spill all the beans and go all the details of that book, since it's kind of work in progress. Let's talk about Man Without a Country, because we haven't really touched the meat of that one yet. We just kind of hinted at it. So, Man Without a Country, like, what? This one you say is your better novel compared to Sexy People.
Yeah, basically the essential premise is like, what if Marilyn Manson could get on the internet and then just actually spread the cult across the country?
That'd be great. I mean, wait, would it be? It'd be great for entertainment for me.
Think about how think about the power, and then like he would own like everybody, like like it would go from being like some little hippie commune to all of a sudden that murders a few people to like a mass slaughter. And
wait, isn't he already doing that? Aren't I doing that? Isn't the Deadman cult doing that? A man may not be doing that. I don't know about that. But man, that's interesting. Okay, tell me more. So Charles Manson has like internet. This is
basically, he's a teenager. That's the funny part. And his guidance counselor believes he had his family killed the year before, and he thinks the kid had something to do with it, and he can never prove it. And like he kind of goes crazy. He buys like a chimp. So he's living in like this filthy house. He's a
psychiatrist.
Well, not a psychiatrist, but the counselor at the school. The guidance counselor. Yeah, my neighbor's wife screwed me up and turned on.
They're lame.
So it's a motion detector. I was trying to see what the hell was moving, and I just lost my train of thought for a second. I was like, why is there motion detector? Come on, like, what's going on? Like, because I don't see anybody coming outside. Yeah, so basically, he thinks the kid did it, because the kid's really racist. He's a white supremacist. And essentially, like, he wants to wipe out, like, everybody, black, Asian, whatever, from the face of, America.
Yeah.
Or the world, whatever. And, yeah, cause I think it's a pretty simple description. Basically, there's a computer virus, and it changes people's mental makeup to the point where they start collecting things. They start collecting things, then they start gathering things, then they start building. And it's kind of far-fetched, because they're able to get uranium, and they're building nuclear bombs, launching them off, blowing up different parts of the country. Like, major cities are going down, and this guy's got the kid's got an army, and the psychiatrist has a chimp, and the school nurse who has a crush on him.
You said a chimp?
Who's basically in love with him.
Hold on, wait, back up.
Yeah.
You said he has a chimp, like a monkey, like a ooh, ee, ah, like a chimp.
Yeah, cause that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody thinks he's a total lunatic. Because that's why nobody would trust him about the kid. He keeps saying the guy's a maniac, and he's telling people that before anything bad happens. But nobody believes him, because his family was murdered the year before, and he bought a chimp. So no, everybody's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
That's the coolest thing about the guy. He has a chimp. I mean, a chimp that's smoking a cigar, right? I mean, does he smoke a cigar? I mean, shit. Might as well.
I think he fires a gun at one point. I forgot, man. I wrote that shit like 8 years ago. To tell you the truth, it took a long time to get published, because I don't know.
So wait. So let me make sure I got this right. Explain to me like I'm 5 over here. So there's a computer virus that's causing people to like build stuff, and somehow now they are getting hold of uranium somehow. So they're making like nuclear bombs, like dirty bombs. I mean, they're not gonna make.
Yeah, they're attacking. No, they're actually creating nuclear missiles and like crude missiles that can actually launch.
And this is happening in the U.S.
It's because the Manson like teenager basically he puts like kind of like a computer. He gives them like a blueprint on how to make a nuclear bomb as part of like the programming, and it takes a little while for it to actually kick in. Where like they know how, like they know how to do it. You know, they just have to do it because they're basically, their brains are reprogrammed, and they're not coming back. I mean, once they're like that, they're like that. You know, basically, I wanted to write a zombie novel without actually writing a zombie novel. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
That's basically what they are zombies, but not. But they're not real. They're zombies, but they're not like eating flesh. They're programmed to do something by somebody who's a little bit too damn smart. You know, and really taking advantage of the internet. Basically, you know, it's like if you go on Facebook, the virus can get you, and then it's like real quick. I mean, it's like boom, like everybody's going down, and you know, like if you interfere with the people while they're building the bombs, they'll attack you and kill you. So you can't really, you want to stay away from them, and they're weaponized, of course.
Yeah. So. Okay, a few things in the chat, real fast.
I know it's a bit off the wall. I mean, it took me a while to get it published. It took me like 4 years to get a contract for it.
Well, it's a crazy story, but it's good. It has my interest. Don't worry about that. But,
right.
In the chat, looks like we're at 8 likes. I'll take another shot if we get like 9? Is it 9 or is it? I think it's 9.
9.
Yeah, if we get 9, if we get one more like, I'll take another shot. And last shot I had, I almost barfed in my own mask. Yeah, I'm wearing a mask.
Oh, no barfing.
No, that's barf. Let's make Mr. Deadman barf. If you're a pro making Mr. Deadman barf, yeah, make me barf. Come on, do it. Do it because you know it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
But I'm a sympathetic puker.
Okay. Man Without a Country. This sounds like a wild ride because this is happening in the U.S., right? Like, I don't know how they get uranium.
Yeah.
Like, okay, is this like pre 9/11 or post 9/11?
Well, they actually have it at several different locations. I mean, you just got to find it. I mean, it's not that we just don't give it to the world. Like, everybody's trying to get enriched in uranium, but we have enriched uranium in the United States. I mean, it's
but
I mean, it's all like they have it at military bases like all over, and they're raiding military bases and taking it, and then
okay. Who's raiding the military bases? Like just people? Just like people are?
Yep, the zombies. That's part of the programming. It's like because that's what I was saying. They start out collecting stuff. Like they're like raking leaves or something, and they won't stop raking leaves. And if you disturb them, they get violent. And then all of a sudden, they're starting to they start out gathering is the way I phrase it, and then it's like then they start collecting, where they're getting like different mechanical parts and stuff like that wherever they can get it. And then like they're raiding military bases, you know. Getting the uranium part's a little far fetched, but
and that's what I was asking. I was hoping I wasn't going to poke a hole, but okay. So we were talking about military bases, and of course, the military is going to have better grade hardware than normal civilians. Now you're going to have like maybe some ARs and some like modification and whatever, maybe. But you're talking about a lot of civilians, and they're zombified. They're raiding it. Some may be armed, some may not be armed.
Well, we're talking like 90% of the country is a zombie at the point.
Oh shit! Okay.
And
I don't want to live in there.
Well, I forgot a key detail too. They don't have to actually attack the bases because guess who checks out Facebook or their email? Military people also. And they could drive a military truck right up the base with uranium.
Yeah. So how does the rest of the world handle this? Like, how does Japan handle this? Are they going to be like sending anime? I mean, like what do they do?
we don't know. There isn't anything left. Like the whole everything's blown up. That's what I'm saying. It gets to a point. It's like that's probably like that's what I'm saying. It's apocalyptic. That's apocalyptic horror. 'Cause, I mean, it's basically like it's everything's destroyed. It's like it's a nuclear winter essentially. Like, you know, just dust, you know, blowing through the air. It's colder.
Man,
you can't see the sun.
That sounds like,
you got these.
This sounds like a great plot idea also for like a 24. If they were to reboot 24 again, they should probably do that. But like, they have a radio frequency that doesn't cause people to become a zombie. If they become a zombie, they can just raid everything. We have 24 hours stop. That's gonna be like, watch. They're gonna take your idea. They're gonna run with it. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna be like the 24 meets Walking Dead. And they're gonna call it
Lord.
Man Without a Country, and they're not gonna give any credit to you.
One of my publishers actually makes movies. I've tried to get a hold of him a few times. I haven't talked to him in a while. He moved down to Mexico from Georgia, and like years ago, and it's really hard to get a hold of. But he does movies. I think he could probably pull that out. Sexy People would probably be the easiest one to do. I mean, we could definitely do that. You know, that would be like a really easy movie to make. But
could be
this one probably would be harder to do on a low budget. But it would be interesting to see.
You could like do like a Sexy People porno, you know, but of course have some like cannibalistic scenes, I guess.
It's not really. Well, the only reason I call it Sexy People because they only pick sexy people for the parties.
Yeah, of course.
Like if you're ugly, like all the ugly people are like banging on the windows, you know, trying to get in. They can't get in. You know, it's like you weren't invited. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. You go ahead and leave a post-it note about how ableist you are. You know, you go ahead and do it.
It's like all right.
Which I have to ask
like
you. I have to ask you, Jeff.
Like,
in these sexy parties, are there any BBW? Any large women going to these sexy parties?
No, it's strictly like
no.
You know, like it's like
oh my.
Yeah, it's
God.
like I don't know, like what would be a good description for, you know, like what would be like a really pretentious, good-looking person party, like a I don't know. It's like you have to look like Brad Pitt or I don't know, somebody.
You know,
it's perfect people.
Perfect people.
Perfect people.
Perfect sexy people.
Like I could call it, but you have to be like really attractive. Yeah, because she wants attractive people.
Have to let you know, guys. Just remind you. Also, did you know that if you're to fat shame, that's also ableist? Because somehow fat is a disability now. It's not just you can lose weight. It's if you're fat, if you're overweight, you are that's disabled because you can't stop eating the fucking cheeseburgers. And I don't know, start working out, but I don't know, man. I can go on another rant about this, and it's gonna get crazy. I'll just stop right here.
Well, a friend of mine used to actually have a handicapped sticker. We had like the little placard for his car, so he could park in a handicap spot. I'm 5'9", he's like 5'8". I weigh like 138 at the most right now. Back in the day, I mean, like I haven't seen him in a number of years, but he was 5'8", like 350, and he was handicapped. Tell you the truth, yeah. And I was like, So what exactly is wrong with you anyway that you're handicapped? And he's like, obesity. And I was like, okay, all right, okay, I can buy that. All right. You're pretty poorly. You know, like, I was like, yeah, you're a bit of a large man, you know, you're a bit of a fat ass. He's like, will you shut the fuck up, you heathen? Because he used to be, he spent time in prison and then became a deacon. And he used to refer to me and like a couple of our coworkers as heathens all the time because we used to go out and like drink and, you know, have a good time and stuff like that, you know, like a while back. And you know, and he used to always call me a heathen, so I used to fuck with him about the handicap thing. I literally did, because I'm like, all right, you handicapped bastard. So what do you want to eat for lunch today?
What do you choose?
You want some Subway? What do you want? You know, like, and we just, I would always mess around with him and everything, you know, about that shit.
Oh man, I gotta know what he said. What his response is? Is it like what McDonald's? He wasn't McDonald's. It was like extra large.
No, we spent way entirely too much damn money. We used to we're making like $1,000 a week or like $1,500 a week.
Man.
And yeah, we're eating like $10 Quiznos subs, you know, for lunch every day.
Man, well, that's gonna pack on the pounds. Shit, man, that guy's probably like eating some like
like chicken carbonara. Yeah, I got him onto it. It's like that chicken with that creamy sauce and the bacon. Yeah, we were both like obsessed with that, and we keep ordering it every day. Or we'd order Chinese, you know.
Yeah.
I actually had a skinnier friend with a gut that used to eat more than he did. He'd have like a 3-course meal at lunch.
Yeah. Well, that's
this guy.
That's my thing.
I mean, he'd have like a dessert. We kept ordering from like an Italian restaurant, and literally he would have like a whole pizza, a salad, and then he's eating like a piece of cake or something.
Oh, for lunch?
Yeah. I mean, and he was skinny except for a gut. He just had a big gut. I mean, but he.
Well, that's
But it was so. But I mean, he used to be. I'm like, how the hell do you eat that much food, man?
I don't know, man. It's like a black hole sometimes. It fills a void. I don't know. That's a good question, though. Man, you have so many.
Well, he's quite a character. He's a black man with gold teeth, dreadlocks.
Oh shit, he does seem like a character. You have so many.
No, he's real cool. He's funny.
You ought to put him in a book.
Yeah, we gotta put him in a book. Yeah, put him in a book.
Yeah, well, we used to be like laughing our asses off together at work. I mean, we used to have a great time, two of us.
Okay, now get us back on track real fast. You got a lot of good books or short stories that we haven't talked about yet, and we're kind of running out of time. But just to make sure you cover it all. So, Black and Blue is a short story. Anything you want to say about that real fast?
I want to mention two sultry nights and one macabre morning.
That's another one. Okay,
that's a better one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's a creepy horror movie. Yeah, that's sexual. Yeah, basically that one starts. You know, he starts receiving messages. Starts receiving printouts on his computer of a nude woman who gives him an address, you know, and so he meets her, and they end up having sex, and they keep having sex.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, but there's an ulterior motive where all of a sudden I hit you with the horror at the end, you know.
What's the horror?
That one's actually better.
She has like an STD or something.
Yeah.
She has AIDS. Or like what's like? They keep on having sex.
Well, I don't want to go. It's a short. I don't know. It's a short story. I don't want to go too deep. I'm just giving like a little hint. Basically, she betrays him at the end, and the people that really, she didn't really. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. Anyway, let's switch over.
I can figure that one out. I can figure that one out. Let's see. Two Sultry Nights, one Macabre.
You'll never see it in a million years, but. When a bunch of salamanders start attacking him for no particular reason, you may find that to be weird. Like, I don't know if you ever had been attacked by salamanders, but it could be an experience. Let's put it that way.
No.
Like real salamanders. And okay, then I got Jim's Revelation.
Yeah, so that one. Jim's Revelation.
Yeah, basically, like he keeps like. Getting messages that people are going to die, and then like
shit. Okay.
He tells them to go underneath his lover's porch, and they'll go to heaven. And then the husband's a soul eater. So he's trying to live forever. So, like, when their souls are rising, he's trying to catch them in a butterfly net.
Okay. Man, I can see you could do a lot with that. So
yeah, I actually do a lot with that. That's like a 10,000-word short story. I just gave you, like a piece. I didn't even tell you, like, really that much about Man Without a Country, really, to be honest. There's a lot more involved in that.
I enjoy it.
I'm only giving you, like, little snippets, you know, of actually what goes on in these novels.
And I'm letting you get
I got
get
a short
away.
story collection, Walking on Razor Blades, stories of death, blood, and sex. He fucked up, the publisher fucked up on it. He's the one that makes the movies. He didn't put a colon between Walking on Razor Blades and then stories of death, blood, and sex. And in 6 years, I've never been able to get that changed, so it doesn't sell well. Excuse me, sorry.
It doesn't sell well because of the colon? Like, I'd be kind of like...
Yeah, because it doesn't look right. Because it's all kind of like, it's Walking on Razor Blades, stories of death, blood, and sex all shoved together.
I mean, most people don't even know what a colon means.
It's like, how the hell did you... It's like on the piece of paper, on the title page of what I sent you, there's a colon.
Yeah.
You know, and this guy, yeah, he never stuck it on there. You know, it's like, how the fuck did you get that on Amazon?
Well,
You didn't fucking put the colon.
Not to be on the...
And then, like...
Not to be on the publisher's side or anything, but like a colon, like the average reader may not even know what a colon really means. Like, we're talking about a colon, like.
No, we're talking about like when you look it up on, if you go on Amazon right now and look up Walking on Razor Blades.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all shoved together.
Okay.
And it looks weird. I don't know. And like people have been turned off by that for some reason. Well, honestly, yeah, because I'm turned off by it too. I mean, it's,
in comparison to, let's say, Sexy People, like Sexy People is a catchy title. It's sexy people, and it has a clean cover, which is a knife and blood. Walking on Razor Blades has like, you're talking about like a lot of stuff. Walking on Razor Blades, colon, this. I don't know. If you were compared to like Man Without a Country, that's like easy title, Man Without a Country, and it's like the cover, it catches you. It's like, oh man, okay.
Well, you caught on the fact that's a chimpanzee holding on to a man while they're getting evaporated, right?
Yeah. That is a monkey. Holy hell! I was like, what's going on? They're hugging each other? What the? Oh man.
Yeah, that's a chimp. The chimp hanging on the guy.
Oh, that's cool. No, what about Black and Blue? Has Black and Blue sold well? Because that's like a little panty ass shot right there in the cover.
Yeah, what's the type of sex they have during it? Well, basically, like it's I actually forgot the name of the serial killer. To tell you the truth, it came out in 2013. That's like my best-selling short story. Cause a lot of people like the premise. I forgot what the hell it's something funny that I call it. Instead of Jack the Ripper, I think it's like Jack the Pisser or something like that. Or some kind of
Jack
the Jizzer. Like, like butts off on everybody. It's a little bit out there, yeah. But he's walking around. She's a prostitute, and the dude's undercover. He's undercover cop. He had the freshest face, so they make him go and drag and work it, undercover. Then he meets this lesbian prostitute while he's trying to find the killer.
All right, so it's a dude posing as a lesbian. All right, that already has my attention.
Well, he's posing as a woman, and then he's she's attracted to him.
Yeah.
Cause he make.
For all the wrong reasons.
You ever seen that guy in Queen, like the drummer? Like he has a video. He makes a better woman than Freddie Mercury. They have
yeah. That's
Queen has a song. It's called "I Want to Break Free." and everybody's in drag in the video, and Freddie Mercury has like fake boobs, a mustache, a wig, but this one dude looks like a woman. I got Roger Taylor. Roger Taylor. That's who it is. Yeah, it's a drummer. And he like that's the way the cop looks. He like they're looking at everybody and they're like, okay, you look like the most like a woman. Go ahead and investigate the case. Dress up like a woman. Because he didn't shave a lot. You know, he had a fresh face, and he made a good girl, so they picked him. And then he gets involved in a crazy sexual relationship, and people are getting killed.
Man, that's a good story.
What's another one I got? Pardon me?
That will be interesting.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be an interesting story. Now we're already.
Yeah, it only costs 99 cents. I mean, for a download. I mean, it's not really, we're not asking for the world for it.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Right.
Well, stores like that. That's what I'm like. Man, I'm sure Black and Blue is selling pretty well because it's 99 cents. It's
that's up there. Like
titillating.
60 people in that one are like probably those are like the best sellers.
Yeah.
The problem with Sexy People, it's $1.99 for an ebook, and it's like over 300. It's like 300 over 300 pages long. So they're kind of lowballing it with that. And then I got in an argument with those people about one book being too expensive, Man Without a Country being $5.99, and that's actually less pages, but more words than Sexy People, but it really should have been kind of spread out a little bit more because it probably should be like a 500-page novel. And that's what those people were offending me with when they started attacking me that one night by the price. And I'm like, if you read it, because they got the words crammed together. Like it could have been spread out a little bit more, and it would have been a longer book. I mean, but whatever.
Yeah, but at that point,
Black and Blue and Sex People, they sell like hell, man. Those are like the two best ones.
I mean, that's
not really. Yeah, I don't know, because I think the one I was talking about with Jim's Revelation, I think is like the best one that I currently have published. Yeah. I like the one I gave Becky, and then I got like the one I'm working on now that I like a lot. A lot of the ones in Walking on Razor Blades are really good, because that goes back to. I started working with the guy like in 2005. He basically he straight up told me, I kept sending him like different horror stories. He's like, if you write an erotic vampire story, I'll publish you like instantly. And I was like, all right, cool. And I just wrote one in like a week and sent it to him, and he ended up publishing it. He paid me like $50. It was pretty cool. And then he's like, got another one? I'm like, yeah, Chris got another one. Gave him another one. Another one.
Okay.
Then I kept talking about doing a novel. We never got around to it until 2014.
Yeah.
But he was too. He wanted to get into films really bad. He's actually had movies come out, but they're like this. He's shooting them in Mexico, so they're low budget. And they don't like exactly make it to the United States. Really a lot. And
yeah. Well, hold on. We were coming towards the end here. I have a question I'd like to ask everyone towards the end. What is your favorite horror movie?
Yep. Gotta go probably Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
That's Becky's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the best one. It's like a snuff movie. Yeah.
I love it.
I have to go with oh man, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think I'm gonna have to go with like My Little Pony. That's my favorite.
Butthead.
Yeah, I'm totally a brony, guys. Just reveal it. I'm a brony. Watch My Little Pony all the time. It's my favorite thing to watch in the world. I just want to be like a pony.
I thought Baby Shark was your favorite thing to watch.
Oh no, Baby Shark is my second favorite. When the kids are gone, when they're at daycare, I put My Little Pony and listen to the theme song. And I sing along with it, and I dream. But only if I was a pony, I wouldn't have to do my job and have to wrangle teenagers for the evil globalists. Global elite, sucking them dry for sustenance. No.
You love it, don't lie.
No, but no, seriously though, my favorite horror movie, I said this before, it's Halloween. I know it sounds so basic, bitch, but it's Halloween. I haven't seen the new one with 2018. It was released today, right?
That's what I was getting ready to ask you if you'd seen it.
No, but I want to. I heard pretty good things.
I don't really have any desire to see that one, though. We're talking about the new Halloween movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really want to see that. I don't know. I thought the Rob Zombie one from '07 was pretty good, because you actually saw him as a kid. When they show him, growing up.
Yeah.
I thought that was I thought that was one of the better remakes. And then he fucks it up completely with the second one when he did he just goes into left field where Sherry Moon zombies some kind of ghost or it's all kind of this weird blah but because I thought the first one was reasonable. Because when you get to see him actually grow up, in a mental institution, everything, and then he keeps getting bigger and bigger, and then finally he just busts out one day on Halloween,
Yeah, I thought that way too.
And then he packs up the truck, heads right back to Haddonfield.
Yeah, I thought that way
Illinois,
too.
that is.
When I first saw the Rob Zombie version, I thought that way as well, because it was interesting as a Halloween fan to see the backstory of what his version is. Of course, the go-to is
because usually they never did that with Jason really. Well, he wasn't like a natural murderer. He drowned in a pool. I'll tell you a weird. If you ever think about Freddy Krueger, he's a pervert.
Yeah, he's a
pedo. And we're all rooting, and think about how much we all like Freddy Krueger. Because I remember watching that,
I don't.
I was thinking.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah, I started thinking about that one time when after I became an adult, and you start to think about shit when you're writing, and it's like. Okay, so basically they kill him because he's molesting their children.
Yeah.
And he's basically the main character in the movies.
Yeah.
It's not really. Yeah, he's basically the protagonist. It's really about him.
Yeah.
He's the charismatic villain with a claw hand, but at the same time, he actually is a pedophile who molested children. So it's kind of weird. It's not, that one gets a little weirder than you think when you look back at it.
It does. And we actually did a private show. I think it was with Bo Chappell. Yeah, I think that's who it was with.
Yeah. Where
we talked about who would be the better, or who's the worst monster out of the basic Halloween, not Halloween, basic horror monsters. Like you have Michael Myers, Jason,
the better dad,
Chucky. No, the better dad we did. This one was different. This one was who's the most horrific. Jason, Michael Myers, Chucky, or Freddy Krueger. And we settled on Freddy Krueger because he's a flat-out pedo. Like, the other ones, they kind of have a code. Like, they're not going to really fuck with you if you're not this or that. They're not really...
I would say Chucky's the creepiest.
My mom thinks he's creepy as hell. She could never... When I was a kid, my mom could never stand those damn Chucky movies. She
I can't either.
She can't stand any kind of dolls, puppets, any kind of thing like that. That scares the crap out of her.
Yeah.
I can't watch this. I remember a movie that
didn't bother me, but I cannot.
I'll tell you one.
But I cannot watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, you can't watch that?
No, because I have nightmares anyway, and so anything that has to do with something killing you in a dream,
See, and that's why we settled on.
Well, that was actually he did research. Wes Craven did research on it. That was happening to people. Yeah, it was kind of that's happening a lot, and he's he creates Freddy Krueger, to kind of personify it. instead of just having people randomly dying. That was a wonderful performance by Johnny Depp, by the way, in the first time on Elm Street. I should have got an Oscar. I think for I'm always making fun of Johnny Depp. You know, like I've not liked a Johnny Depp movie since From Hell, and that was a long time ago. That's like probably 17 years. You know, I'm always making fun of Johnny Depp, but he has a great performance in A Nightmare on Elm Street. He turns into blood. You know, like. Like exploding on the ceiling and everything. Should get an Oscar. That was fantastic, Depp. And then I'll tell you one that used to scare the shit out of my friend. I was like 9 and he was 7. Phantasm. That like he could not watch Phantasm to save his.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he could not watch that shit. Like it was he used to cover his face with a pillow. I'm like, come on, dude, it's not even that like gruesome or anything. It's just weird. You know, it's a funeral. Like the tall man, he's like, I mean, that guy's like tall, and I'm like, well, someday I'm sure we'll be tall. You know, I'm sure we'll grow up. I mean, yeah, you know, I don't think my mom liked it either because she used to. You know, she used to usually rent them because they want to rent them out to kids. Yeah, like they're not going to let like single-digit kids rent horror movies. So she had to get them for us and everything. And then she's sitting down, you know, hanging out, kicking it with us, you know, and it was funny. Well, he was quite a character to begin with. I'm going to make fun of him real quick because he's probably never going to hear this anyway. But he was a dick to me the last time we talked. His mother used to dress him in his female cousin's clothes.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, and my mom used to run with... I never even caught on to it, because like, I was like, my mom actually, she's pretty funny too. I'm funny. Just kind of caught me on like a bad night. But my mom was like, it's like, what the hell is he wearing, a blouse? And I'm looking, I'm like,
that's the traumatizing.
I think he is. I'm like, I think the dude is wearing a blouse.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like, and I was like, what the hell are you wearing? And he's like, oh, I got it from my cousin. I'm like, isn't your cousin a girl? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I guess you're on the right track to being a cross-dresser, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? And I just started making fun of him and everything. Yeah, I was like murdering him.
It's 2018.
My mom
you gotta embrace it now. It's 2018. You gotta embrace it. You can't shame it. Otherwise, the people on Twitter will be after you. They'll be calling you all sorts of names. That's how Mr. Deadman is now an ableist. I'm an ableist asshole.
He is not a good. Well, he's a meth head now. He went to South Carolina and got married and went psycho. And
I don't even. You can't say psycho anymore either. You can't say psycho. See, here's why I'm like, okay, we're coming towards the end. Don't worry, guys. Well, what I want to say, I think this wraps it up pretty well. So I'm an ableist because I use the word psycho because psycho's used as this and that or whatever. But I'm just saying, psycho's like an everyday term. You use psycho, Becky. You use psycho. Everybody uses psycho. Psycho, crazy, deranged. Right. It's just describing behavior, describing people who are being unreasonable. Does that really make us
Norman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man.
Gotta throw Norman in there.
Norman. Yeah. He's clearly psycho. Shit. Fuck, he's being his mom. Hey, Jeff.
He was a pretty good bomber.
He was. Hey,
or taxidermist. Yep.
It was great.
Ran out of time, right?
Yeah, it's great having you on the show. You have so much content to talk about.
Yeah.
And so much stuff. I was worried about you for a second. I was worried about you in the beginning. Honestly, I was like, I don't know, maybe we need to reschedule. But you did it. You did it. Man.
Yeah, I just had to knock out a couple beers real quick, and then
the dog
kind of calm. Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm not coughing or gagging or anything else anymore.
This guy's just hungover. He just drank too many. Was gonna vomit in the toilet. He just needed to drink some beer and get ready for it. That sounds like my morning tomorrow. Fuck yeah! All right. ladies, gentlemen, if you enjoyed this guest, I want to see a thumbs up. I don't want to see a comment. I want to see a comment in the chat saying you like Jeff Prebis. You call him Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy Prevo. You call him Johnny Boy Prevo.
You made me snort. Stop that.
My friends call me JP.
You call him JP.
But
JP.
You know, there's call me JP, like basically, you know.
Man, it's great having you on the show.
Funny.
You are good. You are able to handle like banter and be entertaining. It's good. Man, you gotta invite you on again.
Catch me in the best of nights. Usually it's like stand-up hour, you know, where I start joking around a little more than I am, you know. But yeah.
Man, this guy's hugging a toilet, vomiting. He's still on the phone. Man, you're more of a champ than most guests. Next time someone gives me a hard time, I'll be like, man, you have no idea. You have no idea. You think it's hard for you?
Don't make us call somebody.
Yeah, I know, right? Ladies, gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this.
We had a few hiccups with the phone too, where the phone died. Of course.
That's
yeah. Well,
so
that happens.
A different line. Yeah.
That's all. That's all Jesse's fault.
It's all the fault of.
He forgot to say grace.
Nicholas Passion. I have to give grace to the biggest troll on the internet, or one of the biggest. He's actually not really that big anymore. He's kind of like, he's old. He's known in Kiwi Farms and Encyclopedia Dramatica, though. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this show, this live stream.
I actually have a short story in Walking a Razor Blades called Encyclopedia Satanica.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
That sounds like a pretty good
website. Yeah, I think if you have a really good name, go with it. Like my upcoming novel is going to be called Even Angels Go to Hell. You know, it's memorable. A Trip Down Psychopath Lane is pretty memorable.
Yeah.
You know, go names that people remember. Like Walking on Razor Blades is pretty. You know, it's like you're you know, like walking on eggshells, but you're walking on razor blades. You know, like you don't know what the hell you're gonna get. Yeah, kind of.
Man.
Anywho.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all take it easy. Thank you for listening.